Medako Yapi. Hello, relatives. We just got back from our little getaway camping trip. So, if you have been watching this channel for a little bit, you know that my grandmother, my Kunshi, her health was kind of on its little journey, and she was in a care facility being monitored for a while, quite a while, like almost a month. And she finally transitioned back into her home near the woods, which she longed to be there. That's where she loves to be. And so throughout being her granddaughter and her teaching me everything she knows, and also helping tend to my sons all the time, I've just learned so much from her. And the most valuable thing that I honestly in this year learned is that time is an invaluable currency. Spending time with the people you love and truly valuing who they are and who they are growing into is just a lost beauty. It's an absolute lost beauty. I was a stay-at-home mom throughout my boys' life, and then worked in their school because I just wanted to soak up every ounce of them, which I did, and it was the best decision of my life. And then watching them now as young men is just, it's medicine for my heart. It's the payment of the investment I made when they were young, teaching them and watching them grow. It just keeps on replenishing me and feeding my soul. And I know all moms feel this way. And I will tell you that when you're busy trying to tend to and financially take care of your family, you are doing all these things to keep everybody moving and flowing and your family afloat, right? And then you start to become in this cycle that seems like it's never ending, and time is passing you by and your children are growing and you don't get to have eyes on them at all times, and you want to be there for each moment. And I feel like this all the time. There's not these chunks of times where I feel like this. It's a constant feeling. And so I'm always like pulling that vine of where I can stop everything and dive into them. And they have partners now. And so that's a beautiful thing. Watching them grow with somebody they love and their love growing for someone else is beyond words. I can't even tell you what that feels like to me as a mother. And so with my grandmother going back home, it kind of gave me this, not an epiphany, but this moment to just scoop all of them up as a family, and we ran away together. And it was the most beautiful time. And I can tell you, I felt like, I know there's this constant growing list of things that need to be done at our house with business, all the other things, all the other relationships we have and things that keep us going in life. I knew that had to be on hold, and we just ran away together. And the moment we left all of that stuff that goes on over there, and you just like fall into the abyss of, I would say it's called nothingness, but it's just so freeing. It couldn't be ever nothingless, because the beauty of it and the medicine of it is so fulfilling that it seems like so far away, and it seems like such a far away thing, or maybe even living minimally seems well, then what will we do? I will tell you what you will do. You will fall in love. You will fall in love with yourself. You will fall in love with the people that you love again and again and again. And I want to continue to fall into waters, fall into memories, fall into love with my sons and their father and their partners and my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. And that's where fulfillment and freedom lie. And the minute that we all stepped away, there's just this sense of knowing that that's what life is. That's what love is. That's what it's all for. That's the purpose. And it made me think about everything I do on a day-to-day basis and how much it's just a repeated cycle, or is it really necessary? Spending time with my sons and my husband, just one-on-one personal time, watch them interact with each other as brothers and as father and son and with their partners. Like, I could be in the background scenery of that movie for infinity and beyond. For infinity and beyond, I could just watch. I could become nothingness. I could just die to myself. Die to whatever image I have going on about who I am as a human and just live in that. It was that beautiful. And I don't even think my words will capture the feeling of honor and gratitude that I have for them choosing me to be their mother and their wife. Wow. Wow. These magnificent souls that just light me up and light up the world. And just, if they only knew how they feed me. You know, everything I do, everything we do as parents is for our children. And that circle of reciprocity of how they give back, I will never take that for granted. That trip, you know, it was only a couple days, but that couple days will hold me all of 2026 and beyond, for me to continue to do what I need to do to be a productive mother, citizen, whatever that looks like. And it makes me think about our future together as a family and as a community, and as a human society, you know, just like feeding back into each other like that. Oh my goodness, it's overwhelming for me to talk about, because I absolutely had the time of my life. And it wasn't nothing extraordinary. We didn't, we didn't get cabins, we weren't fancy, we were tenting it, hot dogs, all the things. We didn't leave state. We just invested in us and the togetherness that we yearned for. We really honed into that. And our grandmother taught us that, how valuable time is. You know, we fight for positions in this system, and we want to be, maybe it's our ego that wants to be recognized, and you know, we all need funds to make things go, because that's what we're part of today. But as many times as you can jump out and run away from that, do it. You will never be let down. You will always be fulfilled in that. My goodness, even stepping back into home life, right? Because we have animals that count on us. This house needs love and tender and care. I never can say that right. This house needs tender, loving care. That's what it needs, TLC. And you come back and you have to do all the laundry, you put all the food away and all the things, and jump right back into what this life entails, or the expectations of what life has for you. And you just live off the memories, and I'm the type of mother that checks in, like, well, how was it? What did you like? What was your high points? What was your low points? Like, what was it fun? As fun as it was for me, was it that fun for you? And everybody had such a beautiful time together. that that's everything I've ever hoped for as a mom, is to create them memories and to show my kids that like it can be just time together that is fulfilling, you know. I understand that the show must go on, but it is them bloopers and them little sneak reels and that side stuff that gets overlooked that is just the oomph, the beauty of what we call life. So I was going to add this at the end of the camping video just to kind of wrap it up, but this just needs to be its own video. So I hope wherever you are really being intentional with your time and understanding that we are all human and we all have different schedules and expectations, but have mercy and grace on yourself and make that time to love on yourself by loving on the people who love you. Okay. Dock